Alright guys, so this is the second part of the cones, lateral area, total area, and volume. We have two examples here, so we'll just go ahead and get started. So on example 2, again I'm finding all three. So if you look at my picture here, right, we want to start with just labeling what we have. So I have a height of 45, so I can say h equals 45. I'm given that my lateral height L is 51. And I don't know what my radius is down here, but again, I can just use Pythagorean theorem. So if I make a triangle, 51, 45, looking for r, write it out. You have 45 squared plus r squared equals 51 squared. And if you solve for that, you should end up getting that r is equal to 24. So r is equal to 24. Again, these are all in units. Okay, and then from there, we're just going to plug everything in. So LA is still just equal to pi times radius times slant height. So that's pi times the radius of 24 times the slant height of 51. And that will give me 1,224 pi units squared. So that's my lateral. TA takes the same pi RL, which we already know what that is. It's 1224 pi, and adds the base area, pi r squared. So just to the side here, my base area of pi r squared would be pi times my radius of 24 squared. That gives me 576 pi. So I'm going to add 576 pi because that's my base area. And if I add them together, I get 1,800 pi units squared. Again, a reminder that the pi is still a number, but we're just leaving it there instead of actually multiplying it because we'll get some ugly decimals, and we don't really want that. And the last part, we want to get the volume. So V is equal to 1/3 base area times height. That's equal to 1/3 576 pi. And my height is 45. So I'll multiply all these together, and you should end up with 8,640 pi units cubed. Alright, so that's example 2. One more left. This one we're going to have to work backwards a little bit. It says if the volume of a cone is 12 pi feet cubed and the radius is 3 feet, find the exact height, slant height, lateral area, and total area. So again, I'm just going to keep this all in units of all terms of pi for the most part. So there's some key things here. So it says volume is already given to us. Volume of a cone is 12 pi and radius is 3 feet. So to find the height and slant height, etc., I need to think about my formulas. So I have LA is pi RL. I have TA is pi RL plus pi r squared. And I have V is 1/3 base area times height. So if I want to find the height, the only one of these formulas that has height is my volume formula, and I'm given the volume. So let's just plug it in. So in place of V, I'm going to write 12 pi is equal to 1/3. And if you remember, capital B stands for pi r squared because it's a circle. So we'll do pi 3 squared times height, which we don't know yet. So if I simplify this a little bit more, I get 12 pi equals 1/3 pi times 9 times height. And we're just going to keep simplifying this until I solve for h. So now I have 12 pi equals, if I do 1/3 times 9, I'll get 3 pi times h. So if I want to solve for h, divide both sides by 3 pi. That'll cancel out the pi. And also 12 divided by 3. That would give me h is equal to 4. So that gives me a height of 4 feet. To find the slant height, I'm just going to go ahead and use Pythagorean theorem because I have some information here now. So if I were to have my cone and just take out this triangular section, I'm told that my radius is 3, and I just found out my height is 4. So I can use Pythagorean theorem to find L, right? 3 squared plus 4 squared equals L squared. This is also a Pythagorean triple, and if you remember it, you should remember that L would equal 5. So my slant height is 5 feet. Again, if you don't remember the Pythagorean triple, you can still just use Pythagorean theorem to figure it out. Now I just want to find LA and TA by plugging in. So I have LA equals pi, radius is 3, slant height is 5. That gives me 15 pi feet squared. And then total area is equal to that 15 pi plus pi radius 3 squared. Again, the pi 3 squared is the base area of the circle. So this would give me 15 pi plus 9 pi, which would give me 24 pi feet squared. All right, so those are my two examples. It's pretty much the same process each time, right? I would always start with finding out whatever your height, lateral height, and radius are. Plug things in to LA, TA, and V, the formulas you're given. And if you're working backwards, like on example 3, right, just think about which formula has the missing piece you're looking for. So in this case, you're looking for the height, h, and the only formula that had that was V, and you were given the volume was 12 pi, so you could start there. So that's it for the notes. If you have questions, make sure you post comments on Classroom or send emails to your teacher. And that's it.